So disclosure is already happening through people's experiences. Yes, we may want someone in power to give us the validation that we need, which in the last couple of years, the Navy and pilots have shared. But what about our own personal experiences as witness, as testimony? Your experiences matter and shouldn't be dismissed. It takes our power away when we're looking for someone outside authority, for some outside authority, to admit what we already know to be true for ourselves. And this is really important, okay? No one person controls the invisible, or we might call it the spirit world. There are an infinite number of beings and races that we don't even know. If, as of May 2019, there are about 400 billion stars, and every star we see in the night sky has a planet, that's 400 billion planets, with about 10 to 50 billion planets like Earth that are perfect for life. It's really hard to imagine then that we're completely alone when there are many galaxies beyond the Milky Way. So be very wary of people who say things have to be just one way, or it's only this way and no other. Like they have the authority on what happens in the invisible world or in the invisible realm, okay? There are all types of experiences that people are having, and who are we to judge another's experience? So the paranormal is really this blanket term that covers everything that seems like not normal, or what we may call weird, right? But what if what we call paranormal is actually it's normal, right? Whether we're talking about ghosts, discarnate spirits, ETs, orbs, demons, Bigfoot, channeling, you name it, right? We just put labels on things because that's how we construct our reality, right? But sometimes I truly think that it's the invisible world is more real than this world. It's all around us and we're a part of it. Now, our biology senses things even before our brain interprets it. It's called neuroception. And it's why understanding your nervous system is really important. It's crucial. Your nervous system is your electrical wiring. And spirit, the paranormal, whatever you want to call it, the intelligence, the invisible, uses it to communicate with us. That's part of what makes us these like walking antennas, right? And our consciousness is like this guiding light that the invisible sees. And it's this intelligence that communicates with us all the time. They don't want to enslave us or invade us. I mean, wouldn't they have done that by now, seeing as we'd be like literally helpless against them to whatever powers that they had? They don't want to take our freedom or our sense of self or our own self-worth, okay? They know what we have to offer is valuable because we're powerful, multi-dimensional beings ourselves, just as they or it, whatever that is, are. So in my experience, and I can only speak from my experience, this intelligence really wants to help us. And it is truly intelligent. Okay? They want us to do well. They want a relationship. In my relationship with them, and I can only, again, speak from my experience, okay? They really teach me and test me. They want me to listen to my own intuition, to value my own opinions. They don't want me to give my power away, even to them, okay? They also tell me that things are not as they appear. They actually make me laugh sometimes. You know, the way they go about things. Like how they take me in one direction or one way, only to end up taking me in another direction, okay? So they can guide, but they can't do it for me, right? I have to do the work. So the biggest thing, they always come back to is if I'm listening to myself. For instance, they might say something that doesn't quite resonate with me, like, oh, do this or take that. But what they're really doing when they do that is that they're testing me to see if, I'm really listening to myself. And they'll even say to me, yes, we were testing you. Okay, so it's this relationship that I built with them based on trust. Now, they learn from me and I learn from them. It's this relationship where we really are learning from one another, okay? And they're a part of me and I'm a part of them. It's truly this symbiotic relationship. And that description of a symbiotic relationship really fits perfectly, okay? Because a symbiotic relationship is one in which two organisms from different species interact. Right? And it's mutual because both groups benefit, just like we do. So in many ways, it's also a spiritual partnership too, because they encourage, they guide, and support like a best friend. They want us to do well, but they're also honest too, much like a friend. I can choose to listen to them or not listen to them, but their love is always there. And my life has grown even richer for having them in my life. They've actually really helped me with my health, particularly this last year. They're a part of my world and I'm a part of theirs. And with that, there's no true death, right? Yes, the physical may go, but the spirit essence lives on. And, I'm also a medium. And just last week, I was at the grocery store. And this is just to illustrate for you why I know, even within the work that I do, that I know that spirit, our loved ones, the ETs, whatever you want to call it, this intelligence that's around us is always with us. Because I was at the grocery store, and I was in the midst of checking out, I was at the cashier. She was ringing all my groceries through. And suddenly, just out of nowhere, I get this angelic energy. Like I hear a voice that says to me, angelic energy, angelic energy. That's my signal that somebody from the invisible world is wanting to communicate a message and give a message, whether that's the angels, our loved ones, maybe it's them all together, it's the ETs, whatever that is, all together want to deliver a message for this person that they need to hear at that time. And so I hear the words angelic energy in my mind. I lean into the woman because I was like, well, first I'm like, are you sure? Like, do I say something? They're like, yes. I see another guy coming down the way. He's about to, get in line. So I was like, okay, I better make this quick. So I lean into the woman and I say, I'm a medium, and she's like, uh-huh. And I said, your mother's energy is really coming through right now. And in that moment, that woman just burst into tears. The cashier just burst into tears, and I continued to share some other messages that her loved one wanted to share, and she was, crying, and she said, after I delivered those messages, she said, thank you so much. It's exactly what I needed to hear because I've been, I lost my mother 20 years ago. I've been going through a lot of stuff this year, all this kind of stuff. So there's an intelligence there. I don't know this woman from anything. I don't know anything about her life, yet it just came. What is that? What is that? That's all I have to say is, what is that then? Right? Because there is an intelligence that wants to bring peace, love, and healing to the earth and work with us in a way that's loving and kind. It is there. It wants to do that. And so, if I can bring that message through, great. For that person to give them peace, love, healing, and light, awesome. But it's just, I illustrate this point, I give this example because what is that then? If there is nothing there, then what was that? Because I don't know this woman from anything, right? And how would I know what messages to even deliver to her, to give her at that time, right? So I'm saying that because there's this intelligence that no one person controls, that they have the ability to come, to be with us. They're all around us at all times. That's why we're a part of them and they're a part of us, whether that's parallel universes, alternate dimensions happening at the same time. It's all around us and it's all there, and it wants our goodness and our light. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe and share. It really helps me. Until next time, take care.